You're this perp back with another video. Just got done watching Netflix's brand new cherry flavored. This is starring Rosa Salazar. You probably recognize that name from Alita Battle Angel. Hopefully, it gets a sequel one day because, man, I really want to see more of her as Alita. But before I get into this review, hit that like button, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at perpminded420. Now, if Green Knight was the weirdest movie I've seen thus far this year, this show definitely is the weirdest show that I've seen this year. So, you have this main character named Lisa Nova, which is a dope ass name. Really ambitious. She wants to be a filmmaker. Well, she is a filmmaker. She's heading to Los Angeles, but this is where things get really interesting and trippy, and where we get into the horror aspect of this show. So, with her heading to LA or Hollywood to meet with this producer that's going to hopefully put her on, they're really kicking things off. This producer goes by the name of Lou. I'm drawing a blank on his last name. I completely forget, but his name is Lou. Definitely your typical Hollywood producer slash scumbag, tries to take advantage of her. And she's not really about that. She just wants to make her movie, which leads her to kind of burn a bridge with this character, Lou. And with return, she gets paid for her movie. She made this short film that she was working on. Lou ends up taking this short film for himself and kind of not giving her credit. And this is where everything starts to kind of kick off, starting with the first episode. This all happens within the first episode. She links up with this other character named Borrow, played by Catherine Keener. Yeah, she's pretty much like the big bad, I would say, in this whole entire series. And man, does she play a fantastic villain and a very interesting character as well. Because I wouldn't really say there's any good people or good characters throughout this series. Everybody kind of has their flaws and has things in their past that definitely get brung up throughout this series. And that's where the second half of this really started to put things together, as far as giving you the backstory on Borrow. Now that I think about it, her name was even crazy, and it all makes sense once you watch like episode 5. Episode 5 was definitely my favorite episode of the whole entire series, without a doubt. But going back to Lisa, because this is all surrounding her character. She pretty much got screwed out of her movie, and she wants to get revenge. And she got an invitation from Borrow to meet with her when the time is right. And she goes to meet with her and asks, can you put a curse or something like that on this guy? So this is where things get really wacky and crazy, as the minute she starts to accept Borrow's offer, she starts to throw up cats, like literally throw up little kittens. It's weird. And this series has one of the weirdest sex scenes I've ever seen in a TV show, by far. If you see it, you know. Anyways, like I said, episode 2 and 3 really kind of throw you off and make you think like, oh, this curse thing doesn't work. But once we get to episode 4, that's when things start to really pick up. We start to really see the effects of this deal that Lisa made with Borrow. You could pretty much say she made a deal with the devil. And man, the way that this show goes is pretty damn crazy. It's very graphic too, so if you don't like certain things like violence towards people or even animals, this might not be your thing. I would definitely not recommend you eating any type of food while eating this because, like I said, it's pretty grotesque and there's a lot of like body horror throughout this. The pacing I thought was pretty interesting. I think that this could have benefited with having some episodes be a little bit longer. I felt like the finale was a little bit rushed. Um, I don't know how to really feel about it. I feel like certain characters got closure and other ones kind of just got left open ended. And this is a limited series, so there's not going to be a season 2, but the way that it ends, it almost feels like there could be a season 2. So, of course, when all this starts to go down, it just starts to get worse and worse for Lisa's character. It starts to become more than what she wanted. You know, she just wanted some type of revenge for somebody taking her film. But like I said, once you get to episode 5 and like 6, where they really start to dive into these characters' backstories, you'll start to realize that, you know, Lisa's no better than really the people that kind of screw her over. And there's really, like I said, there's really no good people in this series. I think the way that you're kind of introduced to these characters is just kind of left up to the audience. It's up to you to kind of decide like who's in the right and who's in the wrong. There's a lot of drug usage throughout this series as well. That's why I say this is a lot of this series is like a psychological horror film where a lot of things like are playing with your mind, playing with these characters' minds and whatnot, and seeing what Lou goes through and as he's getting tortured to the point where, you know, he started to lose things that were close to him. And a lot of characters kind of start to lose their humanity, I would say, in a way. A lot of characters are selfish, do selfish things, only look out for themselves. And that's like a lot of people in Hollywood, and goes to show you, man, you better read that fine print because you don't know what you're really signing yourself up for at the end of the day. Overall, really dope series. I think it was nothing. The tone, I feel like it's kind of weird to me. I know it's weird to say that because at times they try to throw humor where it should be serious, and it's just not executed well. But for the most part, it's okay. It's not like forced humor in there, like in every single moment, so I can kind of give it a break. I think everybody a part of the show did a great job. You know, Rosa Salazar did really dope as Lisa. Christina as Barrow was really dope as well. Very violent, very gruesome. There's some fan service for people that do like Rosa. You know, there are definitely some fan service moments throughout this, and man, I really want to see her in more kind of films like this, kind of more laid back, not too serious. Really expand on her kind of her range and see what else she could do. I had a fun time with this. This is about 8 episodes long, which I think this was a good length for a limited series like this, because I feel like if they were to make it 10, there would have definitely been parts that felt dragged out a little bit too long. I don't really give grades or anything like this, but I would recommend checking this out if you're a fan of horror, especially in the 90s and stuff like that, where this didn't really beat you over the head with it being in the 90s. It almost didn't even feel like it was in the 90s. But anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Let me know your thoughts if you've seen this in the comments below. Till next time, I'm out.